Welcome back. In the last video, we have successfully finished our continuous delivery using Keptn Service and Helm Service on Keptn. And there's one thing that we can now really use, which is the quality gate feature of Keptn based on Prometheus Service, which I want to show you. Because right now you see this evaluation gets 0 points, and you get the message that there has been no evaluation being performed because there has been no SLI provider configured. And we're going to change that now. So first things first, we need Prometheus and Prometheus Service. And for that, I would like to show you Keptn's Prometheus Service. Link is in the video description below again, as always. And Keptn's Prometheus Service, we need it for Keptn 0.12, which conveniently I know there is a pre-release for. The older version works too, but I think this newer version is more awesome, so we're going to be using that. And this actually comes in the form of a Helm chart. And you can install it by right-clicking and copying the link, opening a terminal, and using Helm install minus namespace Keptn. You want to give it a name, which is Prometheus Service, and you need to copy paste the Helm chart URL. And yeah, with that, it should be being installed. And once it is ready, it should also appear on the uniform page within your project. Might need to refresh. There we go. Prometheus Service in version 0.7.3-next2. But that's not all you need. You actually also need Prometheus itself. Like, this is just the wrapper, so to say, the API connection between Keptn and Prometheus. Now let's install Prometheus. And this is also part of the README of Prometheus Service. This is just an example installation, obviously, but it works nicely in my opinion. And what we do is we create the namespace monitoring. And we install, well, we add the Helm repository locally. And when we install Prometheus from this Helm repository into the namespace monitoring, we can now take a look using kubectl, see what's going on in the monitoring namespace. And you see there's some containers being created, Prometheus push gateway, server, alert manager, and some more stuff. Let's wait actually until they're finished before we continue. All right, they're running. And now we need to do one more thing. Prometheus Service, like here is the Helm install command as well in the README. You can use it from there too. But Prometheus Service requires role binding to Prometheus, to the monitoring namespace. It's a Kubernetes thing, don't worry about it. And for that, we need to use kubectl apply, the link here on GitHub, and we need to select the version. In this case, it's the 0.7.3-next.2, I think. No. We can use the one from 0.7.2. Sorry, wrong command. It is this. Did I copy this one? Yeah, I wanted this command. There we go. Let's clear this. So here we need to fill in the namespace, which is monitoring, and the version, which is 0.7.3-next.2. There we go, it worked. And with that, Prometheus Service and Prometheus should be linked. So right now we cannot verify that, but oh well, doesn't matter. But what we can do is we can say Keptn configure monitoring Prometheus project my awesome project and service, what is it called, foobar. And I'm not 100% sure if that does what I wanted to do, but we will see. I think I think I found a fatal flaw in my service name, because I think the service name here should be the Kubernetes service name. So this might actually end up not working. Okay. This basically does not much right now. This will configure something in Prometheus, which we can actually check out by using kubectl port forward. But we want to port forward to Prometheus Service. Was it like this? No, sorry, my bad. We want to port forward into the monitoring namespace. Let me find that. Here we go. This is the right command. kubectl port forward service Prometheus server, and I've selected 8086 here. I could also just do 8080. And this needs to be in the monitoring namespace. And we can access our Prometheus server on localhost 8080. And check alerts. There should be none. We can check the targets. There should be some targets. Okay, these are the built-ins, so that's fine. Okay, what we need now is a way for Prometheus to know, hey, I need some certain metrics to query. And for that, in the examples repo, you can find in the Prometheus subdirectory an SLI YAML file. So I'm just going to be copying that one. Should be fine. I'm not 100% sure, but should be fine. And we also need an SLO YAML. The SLI YAML is always specific to the service. The SLO YAML is specific to Keptn. In the SLO YAML, we basically define our objectives. So we define HTTP response time needs to be less than 0.4 seconds. Request throughput should not be less than minus 80%. So it shouldn't drop below 80% of the last run, for instance. So yeah, that's the SLO YAML. And in the SLI YAML, we define where to fetch, like failing requests. This is being fetched from a Prometheus metric. So let's do that. Let's say Keptn add resource -- project, my awesome project, -- service foobar -- stage QA, because this is only happening in the QA stage. And we're going to add the SLO YAML. Nice. And we're going to add SLI YAML, but SLI YAML needs to go into Prometheus SLI YAML. So this file will just go into SLO YAML on the target system, but this also goes in a subdirectory, so we need to specify it here. Okay, and if we run Keptn configure monitoring now, something should happen. I hope. Yes. So we now have a couple of targets here, but they're all red because they're not going to be found, because my service is called foobar in Keptn, but it's called it's actually called differently in the Helm chart. In the Helm chart, it's called hello server or something like that, which we have seen in here in the deployment triggered. Yeah, hello service, that's what it's called. So what I will do to fix this quickly, I will have to edit the Helm chart actually. There's no way around that, so bear with me. So in my, I think, home folder, where did I put the Helm chart? It was in the downloads folder, right? Hello service, hello server, templates, service.yaml. There we go. Here it is. It's called hello service here. I'm just going to rename it to foobar. Want to update it in the help chart? Okay. And I'm going to go into the downloads folder, and I'm just gonna see if the command is still in my No, it's not. So what was the command? The command was Keptn add resource project my awesome project service foobar, and resource was hello service tgz, and resource URI was helm slash foobar tgz, and it needs to go into all stages. And if we trigger a delivery now, this is the wrong window, I guess. Here I have the delivery. Then what should happen is that the service will be renamed. Most likely my tests will fail because I also should rename it in the endpoints YAML. But let's see what happens. And what I should see is in my namespace, my awesome project dev, I should see that the service now is foobar and no longer hello service. So that's good. Okay, the tests are failing because the endpoint is no longer called foobar. So let's rename the endpoint here also to foobar. And let's add, where is the command line? There we go. This is the one. Let's add the endpoints YAML again. Let's trigger the delivery again. Oh, no, this is quite quick what I'm doing here. Just pause the video if you want to see it in detail. And what should happen now is that if I go to my Prometheus instance here and refresh, I should see some targets up. Yay, I see the target in dev and I see the one in QA up. So what does this mean if the target is up? It means Prometheus can find it and it's querying metrics from it because this service that I've deployed here has a /metrics endpoint. So it's scraping it. That's a scrape job here. And I think, wonder if there is anything to show here. I don't think you can show the metrics in here. Actually, I could probably show it via the graph, but it doesn't matter right now. Let's stay here with the targets. You see actually production is up as well. So it has done a full cycle. And what also happened, like in between, hasn't been seen much, but we have achieved our goal. Our evaluation is giving us 100 points. And you can see the getAsLi command, that's the one that's fetching the metrics, has been processed by Prometheus Service and has finished with result pass. And we can see in here now, the HTTP response time was 0, request throughput was 0, there's no load on this service really, and a couple of Go routines were called and 0 failing requests. All right, and then it's being promoted to production, etc. But what we should also see is if I try to deploy version 0.1.2, which I know is a bad version, like it has a slowdown built in, it should fail or it should provide us with different metrics in QA stage. And we're actually just going to see this live, and then this video is going to abruptly end. So yeah, the tests are going to be running for a minute or two. I'm just going to fast forward this. All right, I'm back and the test should be finishing any second now. And what will happen after that is that an evaluation is performed again using Prometheus metrics, and that evaluation should return less than 100 points optimally. We will see if that's the case, but I'm crossing my fingers here. So this now should really finish any second. It's taking a lot longer than I expected it to do. Sorry for that. So yeah, you can already tell based on the tests that there is a certain slowdown in that version. I really hope that it's finishing now so I can demonstrate what I want to demonstrate. No, come on. I'm no longer believing that. I'm going to refresh my screen quickly, like ensuring it's not like, nope. I was wondering if it is hanging somewhere in the API, but apparently not. So yeah, it's definitely one of the disadvantages of the system. You can only see that it's running, that it has started, but you don't know where this test is right now because Chemida doesn't report you like dynamically, hey, I'm 20% done. Please report to whoever else is watching that I'm 20% done. Chemida will finish when it's done. So it's done when it's done. Yeah. No, there we go. It's done. Nice. So what can we see here now? We can see an evaluation has been performed, but Prometheus has returned some metrics, and Keptn has decided to only give it a score of 75, which is a warning. Why is it a warning? Because in the Slo Yaml, we said warning 75%, pass 90%. So anything below 90% or anything above 90% is a pass, and anything below 90 but above 75% is a warning. And 75% means that, well, in this case, 3/4 of the metrics are okay and one is not. So we can investigate this. There is a button here which brings us to this evaluation screen, and we can actually see, like before, the evaluation at a couple minutes before was green in all regards, and now this evaluation has a red bar here, and you can also see the drill down below. It shows us the HTTP response time is exactly 0.4, and we have therefore failed, like it's probably 0.4 and something, and we failed our pass criteria and our warning criteria. So we're given a score of 0. So in this, yeah, the Keptn quality gate has basically said, okay, something is wrong. I give it a warning, and now you can see the next feature, the approval step, which is part of our shipyard file in the production stage. Like the first step here is approval. This is stopping us from automatically deploying this to production. It's like, hey, you know what? There's like the last deployable artifact has a score of 75. Do you really, really want to deploy it? And I'm just going to say, no, you know what? No, I don't want to. And we've now saved the world because this artifact has not gone in production. It has a slowdown, and it would have affected at least one user, probably me. So we stopped it from going there. Okay, thanks for watching. I think with that, I will conclude the series. Like, we've shown how to create a project for continuous delivery, create a service, upload and modify a Helm chart actually, and install monitoring using Prometheus. So this is like showing most important features of Keptn there right now, which is quality gate, the manual approval, and the built-in Chemida and Helm service is demoed nicely with that. And with that, thanks for watching, and leave a comment below the video, like and subscribe. See you soon. Bye bye.